This is your question, and kindly listen attentively because I'll be taking it once. The issue of sex and sexuality education is a touchy subject for many parents, and they are unable to discuss issues about sex with their children. At what age and how would you suggest that parents begin to talk about sex with their children?
Okay. I believe sex education is a general issue which has to be addressed by each and every parent to their wards. And immediately when I turned 13, I had my first menstrual period. My mommy started talking to me about sex. She gave me sex education. She advised me, and she was never shy to tell me about the do's and don'ts of turning or becoming a teenager. So I believe each and every parent has the right to address sexual education at home to their children, not thinking about what the circumstance will be to the children, if the children will feel shy or not. They should just address the issue and make sure they educate their wards so that they will stay away from sex. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Talata. Thank you, Talata. You can go backstage. And now let's move on to our next contestant for this session. And we have Kafui coming in from the Volta region. And just as you're watching, you know we're very close to that moment. Keep voting. It is *713*19# across all networks. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Your question is quite a lengthy one, so I want you to listen carefully and attentively.
Okay.
It says, some people are of the strong view that chieftaincy is an anachronistic institution which must be dumped into the abyss of a national museum for the country to move forward. They argue that the many conflicts that have occurred across the country is because of the existence of the institution. Do you agree or disagree to this assertion, and why?
Anita, please, can you take the question again?
All right, I'll take it again, Kafui. It says, some people are of the strong view that chieftaincy is an anachronistic institution which must be dumped into the abyss of National Museum for the country to move forward. They argue that the many conflicts that have occurred across the country is because of the existence of the institution. Do you agree or disagree to this assertion, and why?
I believe every institution or every ethnic group should have a chief or a leader. Just like we have the president of Ghana, we should have the chief of our various ethnic groups as well to steer affairs. And then for an issue to get to the higher level, we need to address it from the bottom. So chieftaincy is not a bad thing, and it doesn't result into conflict. It rather helps resolve conflicts. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kafui. You can go backstage. to the Ahafo region, and Abuna is coming up next to pick up her question for this session. Let's give it up for Abuna.
I dey wonder what go happen if you say you know they love me, 'cause only you they make me happy. Good morning, my baby. How you doing, oh baby? Breakfast in bed for you, my love. As I see you, baby, miracles. I see how the army go. I wonder if you dey feel the way I dey feel. Oh. When I see you walk by the border, the way you smile make me budger. When you touch me, I go jump. Yeah, but I make I budger. When I see you walk by the border, the way you smile make me budger. When you touch me, I go jump. Yeah, but I make I budger. Show me your shape, show me your label, baby, your ways. Be wow. I want to buy this drop top, oh. Make you take me for a ride for 2 days, oh. Baby, you're inching, I go lubricate. If you're full shot, baby, we tap up again.
Abuna, your question, and as I've done for the others, you have to listen attentively. And it says, a new law introduced in the state of Kaduna in Nigeria says that men convicted of rape will face surgical castration, and anyone who rapes a child under 14 will face the death penalty. The state governor said the drastic penalties are required to help further protect children from a serious crime. If you were in the position to, would you advise the government of Ghana to also introduce such a law? Give reasons for your answer.
Thank you so much, Anita. Panel of judges. First of all, as my project is about child abuse, when I was 13 years, I also faced sexual abuse as well. So I believe that the fact that the people or the men who abuse children sexually in that form, the fact that they do that doesn't mean that we have to initiate a law that is to kill them. But I believe punishment will do, because the Bible makes us understand that it's only God who can punish. Though in a physical setting, we do sometimes punish, but we are not supposed to kill, because killing is also a crime. But I believe punishing them in a serious way to serve as a deterrent to others will help, but not to kill them, because they are also human beings like us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abuna. And tonight, Abuna is consumed by Ogazi Eccentrics, located inside East Legon and Kumasi. And all the hair needs of the ladies have been taken care of by Abiba Locks. You can find Abiba Locks in Osu and East Legon. And in East Legon, she's very close to the ANC Mall, so it makes it very, very easy. So, away from Abuna, we're going to the Northern region, and Zuzu is coming up next to pick up her question for this. Zuzu, this is your question. Kindly listen attentively. Social media has both positive and negative impact on the nation and the people. In the view of some, the negative aspects of the medium outweigh the positive, and therefore social media should be regulated by the government. Is this a position you would associate with or not, and why?
Thank you, Anita, for the question. Social media is actually a tool that is helping society. 21st century without social media, I don't know how the world would be. The world has become a global village today because of social media. It is a factor, and it is playing an important role in our lives. Today, I can sit in my room and do a lot of things. Aside that, it is costing us a lot. We've had a lot of issues negatively because of social media. Today, people hide behind their phones, and they even insult adults because of social media. I think regulating it isn't really necessary. It all boils down to us as individuals. how we are able to manage it ourselves, our attitudes. That is what is more important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zuzu, representing the Northern region. And she's been beautifully costumed by Annie's Vogue, located inside at Chip Motor. Thank you, Zuzu. To vote for her, sis, we're getting close to that crowning moment, to the star 713 star 19 hash across all networks. Now coming up next is Na from the Greater Accra region, and she's coming up styled by Dash. This is your question. Kindly listen attentively. One of the key campaign promises of the MPP while in opposition was to introduce free senior high school education. What is your view on how this policy has been implemented by the government since it came into office in January 2017?
Thank you for the question, Anita. I am all for free compulsory secondary school education because I think education is one of the most important things that a country needs. Without education, we do not have a class of citizens that have the mental capacity and knowledge to analyze the government itself and to contribute properly to the development of the nation. In terms of how the NPP has implemented free education, we've obviously had some challenges, but I would say the government has tried. It is the first time that this has happened, and so definitely there will be challenges. I do not agree with the gold track and the green track, the two tracks. I wish that we could have one single track so that the kids can learn together, so that everything that the gold track is experiencing, the green track can also experience in the same manner. But unfortunately, there are too many people, and so we've had to have double track. Sometimes the gold track goes less time than the green track and vice versa. Both parents and children have complained about this. And so these are some of the challenges. I wish it didn't have to be that way, but I also understand that because it's the first time that it's being done, these challenges are expected. I know that the government has said they will improve it, and so I appreciate that. I look forward to that being done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Na.
Thank you.
Outfit put together by Dash Fashion, located inside Tabora. We've had 5 of our ladies come up here to pick up their questions. We have more questions, but we have one more lady to go. Every year, your question for the session. Kindly listen attentively. It says one of the key difficulties for young people who want to settle down is the issue of affordable housing and multiple years rent payment. What are some of the actions you would suggest to be taken on this matter to ensure that getting a house and paying for same will not be a huge burden on people?
Okay, so first of all, it's very difficult for people to live in the rural areas. So they try to come to the urban areas to find settlement. But they come and they find it difficult to get housing because people in here or people in the urban areas have unexpectedly or, let's say, unnecessarily increased rent, making it difficult for these young people to get housing. So I would suggest the government to come up with a rule that will help these people, or that will make it easier for these people to get lesser affordable houses to stay in. And of course, the country can